Alright guys, this is TheEnder, and I'm back and I am bringing you Game 3 of Group D of the Sonic All-Stars tournament. And this is once again Free versus Buy Hero. So, Game 1, Buy Hero won. Game 2, Free took with some very convincing Corsair Reaver and very good harassment, storm drops. So, this is the final match. So this is the map Circuit Breaker. And, good luck to both players. So once again, this is in the group stage. It's a best of 3 right now. After that, we're going to have a winner's match, a loser's match, and a final match. So you have to win, essentially, 2 matches to get out. So you can win the initial match and the winner's match, or you can lose the initial match and win the loser's match and the final match, or you can win this match, lose the winner's match, and then win the final match. It's a tongue twister. Alright, so we have an Overlord coming out for Buy Hero, and so it looks like it's an Overpool. Alright, so there's the Larva trick, Larva moving to... Whoa! Alright, Free has gone for a fast gateway on the low ground, no forage. Probably going to be a second gateway here. Come on, second gateway. Anyway, so I would say this favors Buy Hero. Of course, he does need to get his next hatchery out pretty soon, because he's going to need the extra larva. But with the fast Zerglings threatening counterattacks, Free shouldn't be able to move out of his base too much. And so, essentially, he's just going to have 2 gateways and nothing to do with it. He won't have an expansion, he won't have tech, he won't have cannons, nothing ranged. It's problematic. That being said, if it's microed well, it's possible that you can just kill a lot of Zerglings and win the game instantly. So it looks like it's a bit of a gamble, and in this situation, I'm guessing Free is losing that gamble, but as it is a 4-player map, neither has scouted their opponent, so we don't actually know what's going to happen. Alright, so the probe is making it into the Zergs naturally. He's not going to be happy to see those 4-lings, 6-lings already made, not going to be happy to see that the expansion's already down. And so what are the Zealots going to do? They got a couple different options. They could just try to go straight across, run into the Zerg's base, slow them down. They could try taking a very roundabout path, and that roundabout path could, make them avoid the Zerglings completely, and then maybe they hope to run into some kind of a base trade situation. But base trade situations really don't happen all that much in Brood War. They're much more of a StarCraft 2 type of deal. Okay, so other things the Zealots need to do, if they can group up with that probe, that would be really useful. And you may be wondering why. So although proxy pylons aren't a thing in Brood War, since the Zealots Zealots do 16 damage, and Zerglings have 35 HP. So either they need +1 attack, and then they can 2-shot Zerglings, or if they do 2 shots, and then the probe does 1 shot, that also will beat the Zerglings. Wow. So, with very, very nice micro, Free won that battle. I don't think he lost a single Zealot. He didn't even lose the probe. So we've got a damage sunken and a couple lings, and Free still has all those Zealots left, 2 more gateways pumping them, and yeah, and there's like practically no probes for Buy Hero. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, protect the sunken, protect the sunken, protect the sunken! If that sunken goes down, that's going to be very bad. Okay, finally it looks like Hero's going to pull it off. He's going to hold the defense. Surround the Zealots. These Zealots won't make it back home. And then, of course, all we have to do is, based on that positioning, I think Free can put a forge in between those 2 gateways and make a pretty tight wall. Probably not completely tight, but pretty tight. And then a single cannon will defend. But as far as who's ahead, that's really hard to say. So Free did get his Nexus down, but by Hero does have 2 hatches. I'd say the most important thing to look at right now is the drone count, which is just super low. But that being said, I think one of the reasons why the drone count was so low was that Hero actually started mining some gas. So I'm not sure. Oh no! You can't let the Zerglings in. So because of the gas, that might have been Zergling speed, which could make these Zerglings just a ton more annoying. But it looks like, yeah, so there'll be a little bit of lost mining to, micro the probes, keep them safe from the Zerglings. Alright, and that was Zergling speed. But there's Zerglings blocking at the front, so the Zerglings shouldn't be able to make their way in, and there's going to be a cannon. So it looks like Free has held off the counterattack. And I think, I mean, he killed so many Zerglings at the beginning of the game. I think he is in a pretty good position. The Zerglings are still running around in the main. Well, looks like there's a... Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like Hero's going to try to poke in again. But the Zealots are on their way across the map. So the Zerglings need to book at home. And they are speedlings, so, they are pretty fast. But of course the Zealots don't want to start engaging the Sunkens and get surrounded by the Zerglings from behind. So they force some additional wings out, and they're going to fight now and hope to not get surrounded. Of course, you can see that little bit of micro that Free is doing. The idea of that micro is that you pull your Zealots back after every shot, and the Zerglings will retarget the Zealots, so you won't have all the damage being focused onto one Zealot at a time. Because of course, on the other side, when you're fighting against a stronger opponent, you always want to focus fire their units so that they because of course once they die they stop attacking. You need to block. Free, pull those Zealots back. You need to block. Alright. Reinforcement Zealot blocked. Whew. When you have these games that are so close and it's already 1-1, it feels like there's so much on the line, and that you don't want the players to lose to something stupid, like you don't have a Zealot standing in the one hole position in your wall, and you just lose to 6 Zerglings that run through and immediately kill the cannon and start taking out all your probes. Alright, so third base for Hero is going up. It doesn't have any Sunkens, so these Zealots could actually be very annoying, force a lot of lings out of Hero. But they are speedlings, and the Zealots do not have +1, so the Zerglings will do pretty decently. Alright, need to pull the drones back, yeah. Don't want to lose drones, they're kind of expensive. But there's definitely enough Zerglings here to take out these Zealots, especially since they have speed. The Zerglings have speed, not the Zealots, of course. So, got a fast robo, fast support bay. So that means reavers. Uh-oh. Are you not blocking? Please tell me you're blocking. Well, a Zergling just tried to run in and successfully ran into the natural, so now the others are following it. Yep, look at the natural. Oh yeah. So, remember those stupid things I said that can lose you the game? Well, this is one of them. So the Zealots went to counterattack, and they're at the third. Apparently the third base is being morphed into the lair, and they are killing a fair amount of drones, but at the same time, Free is just losing his natural. So apparently there's 2 holes, one right below the forge and one at the top of the gateway. The one at the top of the gateway I believe is only Zergling wide, but the one below the forge I believe the Hydras can slip through. So there's 3 additional cannons coming up, and there's of course likely to be a Reaver coming out of the robotics facility. But this is not looking good. There's so many probes are going down, the cannons are going down. Even if the layer does go down, the fact that Free is losing his base is bad. Okay, but there is a Reaver, and there is a shuttle, and there is 2 cannons. So, I don't know if you guys saw this game, but I saw a game one time where a Reaver with cannons like this got literally 34 kills against Hydralisk. And the Protoss won purely because Hydralisk cannot break Cannon Reaver. Not cost effectively, at least. Alright, so game doesn't end immediately. So now we want to look at the amount of damage that was done to Hero versus the amount that was done to Free. It looks like the third base for Hero has actually survived. And so I wonder how much got taken down. So because the second Reaver's out, the shuttle's going to take off and try and do some harassment with that first Reaver. Hydralisks are apparently anticipating that, and so they're moving to the north, hoping to intercept the shuttle. Or maybe they're just going back home. Alright, so we have, is that 3 Corsair? Just clearing the path, making sure there's no Scourge. Hero's gone back to droning. And it looks like the game might just stabilize back to a more normal game. Oh man, so that Zergling scout, that was important. I mean, it sees the shuttle. Now, Free did something really good that I liked, which is the moment he got scouted, he changed direction. But sadly, it looks like he just ran into another Zergling, which of course he dropped the Reaver, fired a shot, killed a Zergling, but I mean, he got scouted again, so it's... And I don't think he has shuttle speed yet, so he's got to be really, really, really careful. Yeah, definitely no shuttles. Wait. Shuttle speed might have just finished, like within the last 5 seconds. Alright, so 4 Corsairs, no Hydras. Oh, don't go too far. Alright, so he... Ooh, nice. So Free actually managed to kill off 2 sets of Scourge without taking any hits. He does have 5 Corsairs and +1 attack. Okay, 6 Corsairs. So he can do that now. But that being said, I don't think he actually got any good shots off with the Reaver that did damage. He did take some Hydra shots on the shuttle, but that'll regen. Okay, so Temple Archive is going down. Probably another 4 or 5 gateways to follow really soon. And chances are Free is going to continue trying to do some harassment, but I would bet he's going to focus more on his ground army now. So it's kind of funny watching the Reaver fire these single Scarabs at single Zerglings. And the funny part is, when he does that, he's not actually gaining all that much. Because of course a Scarab costs 15 minerals and a Zergling only costs 25. And then you consider the part where, of course, Zergs want to outmine, the Protoss. So a 25 for 15, that's actually, pretty fair. But of course, there's a little bit of extra value in the fact that the Zergling's providing scouting. Alright, so the Corsairs are going after Overlords, and so that's a decent idea, but he's already lost at least 1 Corsair, and he's taken some heavy damage on the others. Also, if you look at the Hydralisk army in the middle of the map, they're moving to intercept, hoping to catch some more of the Corsairs, and what do you know? Boom. Right over the Hydras. So we didn't lose any, which is good, but he did take some more damage. And these Zealots are going to run into some Hydras. They need to retreat. Running into a lot of Hydras, they need to retreat. Yeah, so the third base for Free isn't going to go down, because let's be honest, if it did, it'd get cancelled immediately by those Hydras. Alright, but we got a shuttle, and I think that shuttle actually has 2 Reavers in it, not just 1. So this can do some... Oh no! Yeah, the shuttle really doesn't want to run into that many Scourge. Oh man. So there's 1 shuttle. Oh, okay. 1 shuttle and 2 DTs. Now that's scary. Alright, and the 4th base goes down. Corsairs are gonna die though. That's not good. But man, look at all the damage. That's like 8 or so drone carcasses on the ground. Oh, what are you doing? He wasn't paying attention. Okay, so going for the the DTs is really nice right here, because of course DTs they're cloaked. They you need Overlords for detection. But once you've got 40 hit points left. What happened? Oh my god. So apparently the Hydralisks went into the natural, and they took out the Gateway, the Forge, the cannons. Let's hope those Templar have Storm. Oh yeah, they have Storm. He might live. Might. But yeah, so of course when you have... Oh no, Reaver dies instantly. Oh, that looks like it's game. Constant stream of Hydralisks across the map. No cannons. No goons. No Templar. Oh, this DT might be a hero. Might be a hero DT. But yeah, so throwing in a DT with that shuttle, because of course you're gonna, you know, you've got Corsair support to take out the Overlords. All right, Overlords come in. All right, so this is game. All right, so good game. So Free is gonna go down to the losers match. We don't know who he's playing yet, but yeah. But Hero's gonna move on to the winners match. So that was a good game, good series. Free played a pretty darn good. I wouldn't say amazing, but a pretty darn good game too. And took it off a Hero, but he lost this game. So I will see you in the next series, which is going to be Larva versus Haya, so TVZ, and it's still in Group D. Alright, see you then.